I'll probably be chilling over here.
Alright, that's fine.
So if you need me to turn the music down, just let me know.
Okay. Here we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm just getting all these links out. 1 sec. Where's this photo at? There it is. What up? What up? Dude, every time it won't even say I uploaded a live until after, but then if I accidentally try and edit it live, it'll tell everyone I'm live, and I just like I just had MF Prince in the Discord tell me they got rugged on my live. It was so funny. Alright. Boom. One second, y'all. Alright, I think we're done. Sweet. Alright. And we're good. We got like live in here. How many people we got? What's up, Melod? How's it going? How's it going? Cool. Right, we're gonna get started in just 1 second. I think I'm good to go now, though. You know, let some people trickle in. I just sent that notification out. You guys have anything you want me to cover super quick before we get started on the video? Just let me know in the chat. Hey, what's up? We got a few more people in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? If you haven't already, click the like button. If you're in this chat, we're gonna get started. We're just gonna start it right now. People can trickle in as we go. If you're in the chat and you haven't liked the video, go ahead and do that. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the Joyage Podcast. Today's video, we're going to be covering a NFT market update. This is the NFT Drama News of the Week series that I started, and this is just from me paying attention to what's going on in the market and just delivering that information to you guys, because I think it's important that everyone's in the know, because especially for NFT creators and founders, it's important to be aware of what is happening in the market as far as the general sentiment, what people are thinking, and having someone down in the dirt doing the work and knowing what it's really like. Because if you're unaware of shit that's going on, that's why Gary Vee talks about listening all the time. He's always watching and listening to what's happening, and that's why he's so just on point with everything he does. So it's important you guys are doing that. So yeah, let's get started right now. If you haven't already, click the like button. If you're in the chat, there's a few guys in there who haven't liked the video. Go ahead and do that. We got crypto crashing a little bit. We have Bitcoin, $35,000. Ethereum, $2,400. That is nuts. That was actually like shocking, honestly, to see that. I just haven't seen it in the 2000s in a long time. So I've been buying a little bit of Ethereum. We get Cardano all the way down to $1. Alex Becker's happy about that. Solana's 95 cents or $95, under $100. So anything under $100 for me is a buy on Solana. Bullish on them long term. We have Polkadot at $17 again. Damn. Dogecoin at 12 cents. Holy shit. Yeah. Crypto looks bad right now, bro. Doesn't look so good. I've been listening to a lot of Benjamin Cohen. That's typically what I do when the market's down, just to hear what he's thinking. Benjamin Cohen's overall pretty just like, he's like, yeah, look, it's bearish for a few weeks, but kind of what we're noticing is that crypto is starting to morph in and out of this old pattern they were in before, which was going super bullish for a year or 6 months or whatever, and then bearish for 4 years. And pretty much everyone in the space has agreed that that's pretty much not what's going to happen anymore. It's going to be what NFTs have been doing, cycles, just a couple months at a time kind of thing. It goes up, goes back down, up and down, up and down. And if you can figure that out and just apply that to your knowledge and just be listening all the time, and every time there's dips in sales, you just buy some, and every time there's a pump up, you sell off, and you just repeat, rinse, and repeat. It's really that simple. But yeah, crypto is looking pretty bearish. So we got NFTs. The volume is at 2.57 billion. It looks like we're rivaling those numbers from back in the summer. I will say, yeah, we're definitely in a bull cycle currently, but for me to say we're in a full bull market in NFTs, I would need to see this number way higher, because we should be having way more users in, right? And that's what'll happen kind of when the Coinbase marketplace goes live, which we also have an announcement about that later in the video. But I wanted to get some of the cool things out of the way for stories. Twitter launches the NFT profile picture verification now. A lot of you guys got those notifications on that you can link up an NFT that you have with your wallet, and it'll change your picture into like a different shape, and you'll have your NFT there and be verified. People can click on it and find out exactly what it is, where it came from, stuff like that. So that's really cool. For me, I'm still using my face, the pixelated version of myself, so I guess I could mint an NFT and like be verified or something, but I'm not gonna do that. So that was pretty cool though. That's awesome that happened. We have HAPEBEAST. Dude, this is just crazy, because I literally called this, and I screen recorded this video because I literally called it, dude. So we have HAPEBEAST having their mint the other day, and their floor is at 7.67. And do you guys remember this shit? Listen. Gotta say something about HAPEBEAST. I told you guys 7 ETH floor pre-mint, 3 ETH floor post-mint. 7.67 floor. We're 3 days post. We're 3 days post the mint right now, and we're, I think, two days away from the reveal. But I guess 7 ETH, and we're at 7.67, so that was pretty accurate for me. I was pretty happy. I was pretty proud of myself for that. We also have Doge Pound collaborating with Evaverse. Do you guys remember this project, right? Because I've been talking about them since August or somewhere in the summer whenever they minted. I've been telling you guys for literally months and months and months and months that this project was doing things right from a foundational standpoint. Their team has been delivering every single week, regardless that the floor was literally at like 0.03, 0.02, 0.01 a lot of times. 0.07 was like a big support line. And, you know, just sit and wait. I've just been sitting on my NFTs for months and months, just like waiting for people to realize this project's lit. They have a full working game. They're partnering with Chain Games, I think it is. And yeah, they're partnering with Doge Pound now. And dude, Doge Pound's like one of the most reputable projects in the space. So that's very cool. Doge Pound's becoming more of a studio, a gaming studio. And so for them to notice Evaverse's work behind the scenes, let's see when I called this. So August 16th, 2021, my favorite of the three. I got this one. Really love this piece. And then I also have one of the Celestials, which is like one of the rarest ones in the set or in the collection. So that's like really cool that I have this one. But yeah, this is back in fucking, when is this? September. Dude, this has been like 4 or 5 months now at this point. So that's a project that I've been talking. I mean, this is how I make calls. I make a call very early, and I say this project has good fundamentals. There's a reason this shouldn't be better later in the future. And I've been very successful with that kind of call. And so that's another project. It's Colony Online, which is another gaming project. The floor is like 0.01 on that one. That's another project. Guaranteed, we will say that we'll see something similar in the next year or so with Colony Online. They'll have a pump up, and I can say I told you so in this video. So I'm excited about that. Let's see what else I got. Let's go, guys. You guys have any questions? Pop in the chat. Excited about that. Wow. Let's see what else I got. Wait, Anthony now is Cole, Bryce, Nalad still now is Todd. What's up, Todd? What are my thoughts on Solana NFTs? I don't really pay attention to Solana NFTs unless there are. I just don't look. What's up, Maddie? I don't really pay attention to collectibles. There's too many fucking rugs, and honestly, I just don't have time to care. I don't know what it is. There's too many copycats of Ethereum projects on Solana, and it just kind of turned me off to it. I'll get back into it. I just need to get more open-minded, honestly. We have Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard for $69 billion fucking dollars. Now, Activision Blizzard is the gaming franchise that owns like all these crazy games that I'm sure a lot of you guys know of. They're huge games. It's a massive fucking company, and you know this goes along with the NFT. What is it, like a strategy video I made a few weeks ago where I was talking about how the big businesses are gonna, big companies are gonna get integrated into the NFT world, and it's gonna be by companies buying into another project that's closer to the NFT world until you can buy a project in the NFT world, and then the project in the NFT world buys or like sponsors an artist or a creator or something, and all of them stay relevant in that sense. And so that's kind of goes along with this. Microsoft acquiring a metaverse move essentially by getting closer to the NFT world and starting to work on the development of these metaverse platforms. And that's very cool. There's nothing really I have to say other than that. It's just like, that's good steps. We're in the right direction. I thought it was funny that the fucking Blizzard CEO literally stepped down the day after or something like that, and everyone was like speculating as to why it was, or if he got screwed over or something, and that was just kind of like a funny news story. So I have no idea what happened there. We have Coinbase partnering with MasterCard for NFT marketplace purchases. That's fucking sick. We love that. It's funny because when we first got into crypto a long time ago, for you guys, if at least you've been here for a long time, maybe at least a year, the whole point of crypto was to get away from this stuff. No, we want it to be decentralized, and now we're like, fuck yeah, like they're bringing in credit cards and like centralized exchanges again, and we're like, hell yeah, main adoption. And I'm like, oh, so we're basically like, we went all this way and realized none of it works. Like when we were all like, we want decentralization of everything. And then when we were like, wait, decentralization literally is not possible. It doesn't work. You have to have some centralization. We're like, okay, well, we'll have some centralization, but like not too much. And then we're like, okay, yeah, fuck it. Like, whatever. Mainstream adoption, we're going to have a balance of decentralization, centralization. What we're really headed to is going to be more just transparency. And that's why my channel's picking up. That's why this brand works, because transparency is where we're headed. I just saw a tweet the other day, and we were like, we want 2022 to be the year that the anonymous creators and influencers out there dox themselves, because it's really annoying that they don't have to answer anybody. There's no responsibility in their end. They can talk shit, say whatever they want because they're anonymous, and I think we're headed toward that. That's why I've been talking about for like 5 months now that NFT founders and creators who are head of projects who are not docs, you should go ahead and start thinking about that or figuring out ways to personal brand yourself. Because people are tired of that shit, honestly. That's just not the move anymore. What do we got? Oh, we got AMA question of the day. If you're in my Discord, King Travis, can you do a video breaking down the best marketplace to sell and buy from for newcomers? If you already have, where can I find it? I haven't made it through all your videos yet. I have not made a video about this. I love the Solana Solsea marketplace for art. I just do most of my art shopping there, and then I use OpenSea for basically everything else. There's just not enough volume anywhere else. IMX is another thing, but for most people, I would say learn OpenSea. If you're worried about like environment stuff, then use the Polygon Layer 2 solution on there, or use IMX. But for the most part, just figure out OpenSea and then learn about that, because Coinbase is going to be a similar layout, I think. And if you can learn OpenSea and get comfortable in OpenSea, Coinbase Marketplace, when that comes out, I think they're going to have a lot of problems solved that OpenSea has. And I think Coinbase is going to is going to be like a huge rival to OpenSea. So I would just figure out OpenSea, because that's really going to be the only thing that matters in the end. We usually get comfortable like trading on a marketplace like that. We have Neymar and Serena Williams buying Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. There must have been some kind of deal here. I forget if Neymar and Serena have some kind of athlete sponsor deal, if they're both on like Nike or something, and they work. Because look, Serena Williams is not going to tweet out Bored Ape Yacht Club good morning for no reason. Like, she's definitely getting paid, or it's some kind of sponsorship deal. It's some kind of...
Both are Nike.
Okay, they're both Nike. So it's probably Nike's struck a deal with Bored Ape Yacht Club, something like that. Because there's no reason they would. Same with Jimmy Fallon. Dude, Jimmy Fallon's not going to buy a Bored Ape Yacht Club and be like, apes. Like, there has to be an incentive there. So just so you guys know, everything in NFTs and crypto is pumped up and dumped because of speculation. None of it's real yet. There's no utility to these Bored Apes other than the fact that they're just popular and they're trying to gain more and more hype. And they can do this by getting big names on board. And they can do that because they have billions of dollars literally in this ecosystem. So just so you guys are aware. Okay, so this is the last story. This is about Beanie. I don't want to get sued here or killed because this guy is like kind of scary online from what I've seen at least. And so I just want to put a disclaimer here. I don't give a shit. I don't know who this person is. I don't know anything about this person other than the fact that they're extremely controversial in space. People either love him or hate him. People either say he's a scammer or he's God. Like, that's literally the only in between here. And so I'm only going to report on what I've seen on Twitter, and this is only because so many people have reached out. So again, I don't have a horse in this race. I don't give a shit. So Beanie is this dude who is like an investor, like a big time crypto person, essentially of some kind, and he makes calls, and he's like an alpha is basically his thing. And so he's really popular on Twitter. Apparently, like Gary Vee and a bunch of these people follow him, so people trust him, right? But he's also famous for being this guy who like talks a bunch of stuff about a project and then sells off on his supporters. Again, I don't know if he actually does. That's just what people say who hate him. So people who hate him say this is him who does this, and then he sells off half his asset, and then it causes the price to dump, and then he sells the rest off, and then everyone panics. That's what some people say. Now, there's also people who stand up for him and say he does the exact opposite, so I don't know. And this is what kind of started. There was a couple of these messages. There was okay, so essentially this account like was like, we're gonna dox this person. So this is apparently this is what he looks like. I don't know if this is actually what he is or if he really looks like this. This is what people are saying online. I have no fucking clue if that's true or not. It probably isn't true. But this NFT ethics is, I think, the very beginning. This is like the the first place that people discovered this thread, and this whole thing just blew up on Twitter. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I found out about it like halfway through, and I put a tweet out, and I was like, someone help me figure out what happened here. So essentially, they're saying this guy's a scammer, he's being a piece of shit, he's being mean, he's anonymous, we want to dox him, essentially, and we don't... Yeah, they just were like, we need to like hold people accountable. Is the main gist of this little Twitter space, or this Twitter thread. And it sounds like there was some kind of deal, so let me, if we scroll down, we can find the original issue here. Okay, so here it is. There was a Monkey Bet DAO Discord that was run by RGB, essentially, or RGT, which is allegedly Beanie's company, or something like that. And so the problem was here that he was like, hey, you guys should invest in this project. I don't have any kind of like say in it or whatever, and then they found out he was like running the whole thing. And so it was one of those situations like Social Gloves, if you guys remember that boxing event put on by YouTubers, where they found out Austin McBroom owned Social Gloves. So it was kind of like a catch-22. They were like, oh, well, that's kind of cheating, like that doesn't make any sense. So people were like, wait a second, like, do you own this company and you're pumping up your bags and you're using the fact that you're anonymous to hide that you're both of these people? And that's another thing that people talk about, because he's got like 16 accounts all with a lot of followers, and they all boost each other, which is a common thing. That's not like weird or bad or sketchy, that's just what people do. However, when you're using it to run businesses and you're saying you're not the same person, that's where I think that people are having an issue here. And again, no one knows if this is true or not, but these are some screenshots from the Discord, people like demanding to know the truth. And essentially he banned all these motherfuckers. He was like, fuck all you guys, I ban fudders. And then people were like, wait a second, like, hold on, what's going on? There's something sketchy here. And so then the bandwagon happened. It's not really important. I just wanted to cover that was happening, that people were like saying this is him, like fuck this guy. And I don't know if it's true or not. There was a couple people who came out with these like really nasty Twitter conversations in the DMs with this man, with the Beanie dude, and these obviously could be fabricated. Like, I have no idea if this could be totally copy and pasted and not actually his DM. So you can't really just take this at face value and say this is him. It'd be really difficult for him to prove that this is really it, unless it's like a screen recording and clicked on his account and it went to his page. So, you know, you don't want to read these and just take them as truth. It also is just so fucking, it's just sort of irrelevant, okay? If you just don't listen to Beanie and you make your own decisions in the first place, you wouldn't be in this predicament where you're blaming him for losing your money or pumping and dumping of a project. Like, take anyone who's mad that they're losing money from anything with Beanie, take some more responsibility and take more accountability for your own money. Let's go back into the chat. Let's see. What are predictions for the HAPEBEAST Twitter space tomorrow? Honestly, dude, I'm bullish as fuck on HAPEBEAST long term. I really, really like the way I've seen their business setup and the way they run their project. I'm a really big fan. And so HAPEBEAST is probably a project I will get into way, way later down the line in the bear market when everything is like super low. And if you guys, I mean, I'm hoping I could see maybe getting to 2 ETH in the bear market. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I don't really have any predictions other than they're just going to talk about some moves. I think they're probably going to say, like, we've got some moves coming up in the next few months, but we're just going to keep building. And I think that people are excited to hear something like that. Like, I think people are tired of people building up all this hype and then getting blue balls, essentially. I think people like the fact that they can just say, hey, we're here to stay. You guys have seen how transparent we're doing all these things, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, man. Guys, if you're in the space, you haven't liked this video, go ahead and do that. If you're in the chat right now. Bryce says Cade DAO. We are actually going to do a Cade DAO. So I was talking to someone. I wish... Here, hold on. Let me make myself big. So I had someone bring up that... Because I was talking about doing a... Because I'm not flipping NFTs. I don't buy and sell NFTs because I can't sell them. Partially because I don't like to sell NFTs because I like them all that I buy. And 2, because it's a conflict of interest at this point. So many YouTubers are making videos about these assets. So I made like a decision on the channel, like publicly, where I was like, okay, I'm going to give away most of my NFTs that aren't art or something I need, and just get rid of them and hold like 1 NFT from each project that I'm a big fan of, just to be part of the project. And so we were thinking about, since I said that, maybe we make a DAO, like a thing where we have like a budget. I make like $500 or $1,000, whatever. We start with 1,000 and we say, okay, this is going to be like a YouTube series we do where we do some degen stuff with this amount of money, and it's separate from my brand. It's just like a separate series on its own, right? Not like attributed to me as a person. It's like for content. And like, would we be okay with that? The only issue is like, if I make a video and Dogepound is in it, and then a bunch of people buy Dogepound or something, then I've effectively like manipulate the market, which is cheating. And so I want to be able to do degen stuff. I just don't know how we're going to do it. So yeah, man, I don't know. I want to. I think it'd be fun. I do want to have a DAO at some point where we throw money into a treasury and we all decide as a community what we do with it, or in some idea of that, or maybe I come up with a thing where I'm like, okay, we're gonna do one of these 3 things. I like all 3, so I still have a decision in it. But I've narrowed it down to 3. You guys to decide which one. I think that'd be really fun. And so yeah, I think a DAO would be really cool down the line. Way when I have like YouTuber money. But yeah, that's what I think. Cloneverse, never heard of that. Live audience, let's go. What happened about the Instagram giveaway? We're gonna get to those. We just had a giveaway like last week. It was running across my Instagram and Twitter, so you had to be following both. But there will be an Instagram only giveaway at some point in the next month or so. I would say it's probably gonna be for the Space Yeti. I have like 2 or 3 of those that I have extra that I literally bought for giveaways. I'm into 3, I think, and I kept 1. And then what was it? I have one of like the one of ones, like one of the rarest ones, because that was the deal I did with them for video. So I got like a cool one that I'm just gonna be holding. It has my sunglasses on it, which is really cool. And then for the rest of the stuff, dude, that's the other 2 or 3 I'm gonna just give away. So. Yeah, dude. That's pretty much it, though. I mean, I just want to cover those news stories. If there's any last questions, that's pretty much all I had planned. I just wanted to shoot through them, and there was so much shit that happened. I'm going to start doing these little market updates, like, every day or every other day. Otherwise, because that way I can go more in depth and actually give an opinion and also some strategy tips and stuff like that to actually use this information, because right now this is more just covering all these stories. So, yeah, I'm going to head out of here. I appreciate all you guys being in here. Yeah, dude, I pretty much covered everything. I hope you guys have a great day. If you want to see more of me right now, just click on my fucking account down there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Until next time, continue to enjoy, continue to learn, and be grateful you're alive watching this video. Bye.